So in my mind, there is a simple model and there is a complex model. The simple model is square footage multiplied by construction costs for the area. That's one of the most basic ways that people evaluate real estate. So that's me using a little bit of domain knowledge in how I want to approach this. It's also very common to look at this when it's new construction, because a contractor can basically tell you what it costs on a square foot basis to construct a home. So this is what I'm going to call our simple model. We're going to ask AI to look at the square footage of the home, which we know that's a fixed value. We know what area it's in because you have to take into account the local labor costs, local material costs, tax rates, things along those lines. So that's our simple model. Our complex model is going to account for the finishes and the items that are unique to the home. And that's why I listed some of those items on the previous slide. In order to strengthen the argument, we're also going to provide citations along the way, right? Because AI now with the reasoning models is pretty good at being also able to tell you how it's coming up with the different answers it's giving you, whether it's web links or research references or whatever the case may be. So I think that there are multiple ways for us to work on the simple model, and we'll walk through that. But as far as the complex model, this is the framework that I want to follow. And this is the framework I'd like to encourage other people who are watching this, either now or in the future. If you want to know how I envision fighting against the AI, against insurance companies with AI in a complete way, this is a framework where we're going to be using multiple AI engines to help formulate arguments, have AI engines help refine that argument, and help the AI engines also tell you the decisions that they would make if you were to present them with the argument that you've refined by other AI engines. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with an engine where we are going to ask it to come up with a complex model estimate. We're going to take that estimate, take it to another engine and say, hey, did I forget anything? Based on that feedback, it'll come back. We'll go back to the original engine and say, hey, how about this? Did you account for this? From there, we'll ask a third engine to act as the insurance company or some sort of mediator and say, how would you rebut this? How would you fight against this? Take those arguments, those results back to the original engine to refine the complex model. And then take it and then ask another engine to act as a judge or a mediator and say, what do you think? And through those different iterations, we should get to a good conclusion here. You should end up with a document that will stand up to scrutiny. Because not only have you refined it, you've refined it across multiple engines. You're essentially producing something of a consensus model, if you will. Okay, so Diffio is coming up with a fairly long chat. So Diffio says, I just got this from ChatGPT. Is this approximately correct? Based on the estimated market rate of $650 per square foot for the area, the base home value was approximately $1.5 million. Accounting for the home's unique features, the 10% premium adjustment, the final estimated value is approximately $1.7 million. Okay. I think you're on the right track there, Diffio. I think that you're taking in a good number of the factors. I'd have to know how I'd have to know your prompt on how you told ChatGPT about this about the area, right? Because it says per square foot for the area. So it kind of depends on how you described it, right? So Diffio, let's put a pin in your chat. I think you're on the right track. Um, so yeah, I mean that may very well could be the answer, right? And obviously here in this scenario, we're talking about the simple model, and that's good, right? Because we should start there, right? Diffio says, I gave it a screenshot of your previous slide. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking about this slide, the fact pattern. Um, okay. Okay, well, great. Great, Diffio. I appreciate that. Yeah, Diffio says yes. Okay, great. Yeah. Um, so Diffio, I love the fact that you use a screenshot because more and more AI tools are becoming enabled that way. But call me old fashioned, but I like writing a good prompt. You know, I'm naturally a writer, so you know, I'm gonna put us all through writing a prompt, and who knows, Diffio, let's see how quickly it comes up, and maybe you guys can also help me refine the prompt, right? But again, really, I want to go through the prompting exercise because I'm hoping that other people now or in the future will come across this video and use it for themselves. So I want to physically walk through those steps. But Diffio, I appreciate that you're saying, hey, well, AI reads images too. Let me do an image. So I love it. I love it. So yeah, Diffio says, let me add the next one. Sure. If you want to come up with a complex model, Diffio, go for it. Using the images, I mean. All right. So why don't we start? So as you can see, I already have multiple engines lined up. I have my ChatGPT, I have my Grok, I have Gemini, and I also have Claude. Let's start off with ChatGPT. And I want to establish, I'm probably going to give it a little bit more information than what it needs for a complex model because I want to start establishing the context, right? Because all of this context is going to help refine the model in the future, right? So let's go ahead and start with that. Diffio says, I will watch quietly. No, Diffio, I definitely don't want to discourage you from what you were doing. I certainly welcome that, people want to do it with images, right? And feel free to do that. Please don't take my previous comments as discouraging. Okay. Actually, let me make that a little bigger for everyone.